Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is on Bray, Wyatt, Muscle Man, the trial. Everything I'm using in this is my stuff. So it's the trial, and, well, technically this strap isn't mine, but I will be using two other straps during this preview. I'm going to change straps out for a total of 3 different straps, going to use a lot of plates, run a lot of builds. There's a lot here. One, I'm trying to temper my what's the word I'm looking for here, bias, because I was very hyped about this card, very excited about it before it ever happened. And that being said, I think it's the best. He's the best striker in the game. So hopefully throughout this preview, I will be able to convey that and get that across and explain my reasons why. I think he'll be great on any roster no matter what you have. So anyway, let's dive in. He's a Legend Era striker, aggressive. He has the Legends link. Gems do 10% more damage. He's a trainer. Botch gems do 75% more damage, with in and of itself is pretty good. Barrett does that, but it's 100%. Then he also has 2 green MP, so that's going to be useful, obviously, for anyone that needs green MP and has botch moves. So solid trainer, but so many movesets, guys. Like, I think I have 6 that I'm running here. At some point, I have to stop, or it'll just go on and on and on. There are a ton of different ways to run those, and even within the movesets, ton of different trainers that you can use and different ways you can run them. Mainly because of this move right here, the Uranagi. 6 MP red. 182k damage, make 49 random gems, that's the whole board, into black gems. The pin bar will not move. This is also a combo move, so it has a reversal. It has a built-in escape artist that does damage while being submitted, break submission, and deal 942k damage. You can't get subbed. He's sub-proof. Just let that sink in. Alright, Mandible Claw. 7 MP black submission. Generate 36 random sub gems. Do 438k damage for 3 turns. Remaining sub gems turn into multiplied gem strength 5. And then the finisher, Sister Abigail. Deal 1,200,000 damage. And make 49, or the entire board, into red gems and pin the opponent. I have the wrong graphic up here, I think. No, I don't. I have the right graphic. So this one's got Mherex, which I typically don't do. I'm going to be running enough different stuff. Don't freak out. Like, there's better stuff, in my opinion, than this build coming later. A lot better. And this build is really good. But don't freak out that Mherex on there. I'm going to run a super subset with this right away after. Andre is also rare-ish for sure, and Super Stacy. So if you don't have Andre, Bulldog, or Piper, and if you don't have Mherex, just throw Zombie Gunther here. If you don't have Gunther, red percentage, whoever you got is fine, right? Like, honestly, with the sub and stuff, it's not really a big deal. So that's why he's on there. Usually I don't start off with one with Mherex because I think that turns a lot of free-to-play players off, but I didn't have this moveset saved, and I can only save so many to the loadout, so in the interest of whatever, I went with this build set first. So yeah, you start all loaded, and you blow up the board, and you fill both black moves, and you do like 2.3 million damage. 2.5 million gem damage reduced to 2.1 million. Also, we're going against Hall of Fame Ray, class disadvantage. He starts out at 16 million health, which is getting close to 6-star silver range for like strikers and stuff anyway. Then you just click your sub, which is the Mandible Claw, which is awesome. You broke a lot of the multiply gems here too, for sure. And then you blow up the board with all of the multiply gems. This is only a 30% gem damage strat, by the way. It does have max Fury 2s, so that's another 10 million damage right there. So that's with a 30% strap, Fury 2s, and a 200% black move damage medal. I didn't call that out early to start. Kind of excited here, not gonna lie. Anyway, I don't think that's his best moveset, right? If you want to see it with a super sub, This would be the super sub build. Same moves, just different trainers. The sub does 6.5 million with this setup, which is a lot. That's a big sub, right? 6.5 million. If you don't have Logan, just swap it up for Shelton, Benjamin. So yeah, let's roll this. There's a lot here, so there's gonna be a moveset in here for everybody, I would imagine. Of course, some of the trainers you have will vary on your damage, for sure. So yeah, just hit the sub button and do 6.5 million damage. KO is a little bit better damage, zombie KO, but it lasts longer, so you lose more multiplies. I think it's like about 300k more damage. Obviously, you could use the dog ear gremlin plate with either of these builds for even more damage. End result, super sub or regular is the same. Okay, next is triple red. I don't particularly care for this one myself at all. This is probably my least favorite moveset, to be honest, but you can do a lot of stuff, and potentially with like black to red MP plates and stuff like that, you could get a lot of turns out of this. Also, I'll probably put a skill plate on for this one. Probably. So the two moves you haven't seen: running cross body block, 6 MP, red, everything 6 MP here, as move charges are super low. 178k damage, make the center column into multiply gems of strength 9. And then 241k damage, choose a 1x7 area to swap into red gems, so it obviously can recycle. Butch, Andre, Edge, and Stacy. So there's a few different ways you can do this. Obviously, if you don't have Andre, just use, again, Piper or Bulldog. Bulldog's better. Ray's gonna be loaded with this. I don't think we'll probably wipe him turn 1. Maybe. Anyway, Edge is on here, so you can do this. Make the center column into multiplies, and then he's buffing the black gem damage. And we're not going to move the pin bar, and we're going to deal, I want to say it's like 5 or 6 mil, I think. Yeah, 6.6 reduced to 5.8. Pin bar didn't move, that's fine. And then we're just going to reload everything right here. And Mherex will probably cascade. Kind of, we cascaded, so... The downside with this is the pin bar doesn't move on the big damage here. So we're not going to get a big pin. So he will get a turn. Probably, for sure, without a skill plate. With a skill plate, like a tiara, I think this gets a lot more interesting. I actually haven't tried it with the tiara with this build set, but we're going to for this preview, because I do think it'll get more interesting. Let's go here. This isn't going to keep him down for sure, right? Yeah. That's fine. I wanted to go against someone with a ton of health, just because, like, Bray is really strong, so... Oh, he almost didn't, almost didn't get his, cross breaks to go off. That would have been super funny for me. Again, this is my least favorite moveset, but it is a solid set, and I do think it's probably much more attractive with the tiara. I didn't try it yet, so that's an assumation. So, like, if you had the black to red skill plate, which I don't have, you'd have 3 red MP, and then you could just do a 3 match of red here, and you'd be loaded, and you'd move the pin bar less far than this 1x7, right? So, that's an option with this build set. You could also do, like, a general's orders or something, too, whatever you want to do. And you can also do this when you're close, and we can just do 70 red gems worth of damage here and skip a move in the middle. Still does like 3.8 mil. Nothing crazy, but usable. Let's go ahead and slap that tiara on there and see what this looks like. Bray's awesome, so I want to go ahead and run a bunch of different stuff because I don't know what you're going to have. And a lot of people have tiaras that aren't really doing a heck of a lot, so maybe this ends up being a moveset you want to use for some reason. I don't know why, but you never know. I know I have one here somewhere. Doesn't matter who has it. Let's throw it on. Ba-dum-bum-bum. So this buffs the black gem damage by 50%, which is substantial when you combine it with the multis. Let's see if we can get a turn 1 win on a 16 mil. Because last time we were just short. I think this time we probably will make it. Yeah, 8 million there. It's gonna be heckin' close, guys. Heckin' close. Hey, I didn't cascade. How about that? Because the second time through is gonna be harder. Because we got double buff. 100%. So this should do like maybe 9 mil? 8.8. It was pretty close on the guesstimate. So yeah, there you go. Wipe 16 million health turn 1 with a TR with this build set. Only a 30% gem damage strap. Obviously, it gets a lot better. 16 million health is a lot. It's double it for silver, right? Double it for silver. Okay, now we're gonna get into my favorite moveset. And you probably won't understand why at the start, but maybe by the end you will. And you've seen all these moves. We're just going to put them together. This means you don't have to use the sub. So how you run this depends, so with the TR like we have now, you would place the multiplies first. However, I'm not going to take the TR off, but I'm also going to play it so it's not really going to matter that I have it on, because I like running it this way instead. So trainers, we got Bulldog, we got Priest, and we got Stacy. I think all 3 of these, all 4 of these are free. I think my free-to-play has all of them except Priest, because he wasn't playing then. So my free-to-play, I think, could run this too, by the way. And the Tiara, the way I'm going to play it isn't going to do anything, because I'm going to chuck the black gems first. And you can see what happened here, and this does happen. He does reload sometimes, so if you wanted to, you could spam the board again. Also a good thing why the black to red skill plate would be helpful. I'm not going to, because why? I don't feel like I need to. So we've now buffed black gem damage, but we're chucking reds, right? And this is my favorite moveset. You can't pin. It's 3 clicks. You don't have to choose spots. And let's see if this keeps him down this way. It might not. 8.4 million, it probably will. Okay, so yeah, that's super consistent with that way. Let's throw some fancier trainers on with this. Sorry, I got slightly distracted there. Let's throw some fancier trainers on. Previous. So if you have Matt, you could run Matt and do this. Even better is Sherry. Then you need 17k Santa to be loaded and feud. By the way, all of this stuff is feud loaded. So you can do this. You could also put Mherex on instead of Stacy. Maybe we'll do one with that. Again, this is a 30% strap and no plate that is going to be helping. Because this plate isn't going to help. Spoiler, there is a plate we're going to put on after this that is redonkulous. Absolutely ridiculous. And then at the end, I'm going to put a really good strap on. So yeah, just be ready for that. Just saying. You want to see fireworks with the 6-star bronze Bray. Because I have a very good legend strap. Some bigger multiply gems. That's technically 21 extra red gems over what we had, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there it is. Okay. Easy peasy. It's about to get fancier. Check your Facebook Messenger, by the way. You got a message. I think, yeah, I gotta use some plate top-up currency here, because... inventory... Let's get this going. Ba-da-bum-bum. So yeah, the plate that makes him nutty is the Hulkamaniac plate, because you don't move the pin bar. So if you have a Hulkamaniac plate, this is... It's to this point, it's been a turn 2 plate. So for me, it literally sitting... basically rotting, not being used except sometimes for boss battle. It's solid on KO if you were using KO, but KO's a little slow for me. But whenever you break 20 gems, increase your red gem damage by 200% for 2 turns. But wait, there's more. Also increase your black move damage by 300% for 2 turns. Yeah. So yeah, this plate... This is with a 30% strap in this plate, no ultimate needed. Same setup. I can go back to the first one first so you guys can see it, because Sherry is certainly rare. Let me go with this normal setup and this plate first. Then I'll just go back to what we just ran. And then I'm going to run the move damage build and put a different strap on. So you guys can see how hard his move damage hits. Spoiler, it's a lot. And at the very end, I actually have 130% Legend Era Gem Damage Ultimate Strap. So we're going to run this build with the trainers and see how hard that hits. Because I actually have that on my roster, so that's mine. And again, if you didn't have the Hogan plate, you could run this moveset with the Tiara. You could buff the black gems first and then hit the finisher. It's kind of up to you how you want to do that. There's just so many different ways you can run all of these movesets, right? So by the way, now the finisher's doing 6 million damage. Black multi's doing 350, regular black gems doing 39k. I didn't look at the reds though, so that wiped Ray's health totally. So I don't even need to put the more rare trainers on. That's 16 plus million damage turn 1 without the rare trainers with the Hogan plate. Ridiculous. If you have the Hogan plate, there's not a better place in the game for it, and it's been previously to this point a turn 2 plate. So like, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're going to run triple purple now and see the moves you haven't seen, and I'm going to switch the strap out. I do not have a graphic made for this strap, so you'll have to use your imagination. And I think I have it ready to save time. Yes, I do. And there's a plate for this, by the way, that we're going to add. That makes this do insane damage. So this is takedown 2s, full takedown 2s, 20% move damage strap, so we're getting a hundo there. And then maxed takedown. So that's 200% there. So 300 extra percent on the purples. Okay. Entourage for this one is just like you see on the screen. I'm going with Godfather because Gooker is rare. So just using Godfather, you can obviously get 30% more with Gooker. So, but we'll just use Godfather for this one. And then I will read the moves off. I think this is going to get slept on because of how good the moveset, which incidentally, my favorite moveset was the one I just ran. But I think this will get slept on because of how good the gem damage is. Short arm clothesline, 6 MP, deal 683k damage, choose a 1/7 area to swap into purple gems. Lariat clothesline, 6 MP, deal 683k damage, and decrease the damage of all your opponent's gems by 40% for 2 turns. Neck snap, 1 MP black, 143k damage, increase your purple move damage by 50% for 1 turns. And as we know, these buffs stack after the fact, so they're multiplicative instead of cumulative. So yeah, these are going to get buffed up really, really nice, considering 300% more than their base is like... It should be like 3.5 million before the buff, and I think go to like, we'll see. I don't know. Math is hard. And then we'll go in there. I did this without the move damage medals and stuff, and it was impressive then. So let's see how it is. Yeah, so 3.6 million. We're going to hit the next snap. 5.5 million. So these are doing 11 million damage for these 2 clicks. Which is going to take out most 6-star bronzes in and of itself. But, guess what? They refill themselves. So if you don't cascade here, you've now done 22 million damage with this moveset extremely quickly. Extremely quickly. Okay? So that's super good, right? But guess what? There's a plate that came out this month, the Corporate Crown. That is going to let you amplify that another time. Let's see what that would look like. And this is without Gooker, so there's still some room for improvement here. And it's only a 20% move damage strap. So if you has a Corporate Crown, I was lucky enough to get one of those. I got 1 Corporate Crown so far, 2 Grave Hearts, and 2 Booyakas. Corporate Crown. Whenever you break 3 or more purple gems, get 3 black MP. This allows you to stack. So let's see. We would have done 22 million total that time. Let's see what it would be this time with the second buff. So we're doing 11 mil on the first set. This is also assuming I don't cascade. All the animations are amazing. I love them. Okay, so 11 million the first... Well, actually, more... Yeah, 11 million the first time through. And let's see. Let's go up again here. And this would be another 14 million. So that's 25 mil with the move damage set. Tasty. Obviously, if there's ever a purple move damage boss, you would just keep growing it over and over and over. So he would dominate for that. Okay. Now, as promised, let's do the ultimate thing. Let's put the Hogan strap on with the crazy strap and go ham. And end this with a big, big, big boom. And see if indeed I convinced you guys that he probably is the best striker in the game. Because he is, in my opinion. Because so simple, so easy to use, hits so hard, so many options. And there's build sets here. I'm flat out tell you I didn't run because, like I said, I have to cut it off somewhere. So yeah. Okay. 3 straps. I've for sure never done that before. Here we go. 130% legendary striker gem damage. I'll run it once without the Hogan plate in case you guys have like a 100 strap or you have the 130 and you're curious, maybe you don't have the Hogan strap. I'll run it once without that. Why not? It just gives me an excuse to run it more. I'm having fun with Bray. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. There we go, King. I'm really interested what you guys think after this, too. Because like I said, I was pretty hyped for this. So hopefully my bias isn't carrying through on liking it before it even happened. You know what I mean? And hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Previous. We're gonna go red. We're gonna go you. We're gonna go Santa. And you. I'm gonna put Mherex on in the next one too. For this with the Hogan plate. Because I want to see how hard it hits with this. I haven't ran it with this yet, just the regular strap, so I'm definitely low-key interested here. That was doing like 2.2, I think. Oh, yeah, that definitely adds a lot. $12 million total. Good night, Gracie. Okay, okay. Doesn't even need the Hogan plate. With it, we are gonna. I'm gonna predict we're gonna break 20 easily at 6-star bronze. I'm gonna say 21. We're also adding Mem, so maybe 22. 21 or 22. That's my prediction. Total damage. Not on the finisher, but total damage. And then I'll, just for fun, I'll put an ultimate plate on it. Obviously, Seance would make it hit harder. It would actually slow it down, though. So I wouldn't put an ultimate plate on for this. Maybe if you didn't have, if you don't have a Hogan plate, then yes. Right? Then yes, you're going to want to run an ultimate. But like in this case, he's doing enough damage, it's just more gems going out. It actually would slow it down a little bit and it's not be necessary, if that makes sense. But I'll put an ultimate on just for funsies anyway. I'll put the break black, get red, I think. Or is it break red, get black that I have? I think it's that, yeah. So this gets the Hogan plate up and going, and let's see what that red gem damage is. This strap. Oh, one of our multiplies was in the middle too. 74k. 74k. So we're missing out on one of these times 14s. Sad. So sad. So we've done 10 million, and then the gem damage happens. Another 10 million. That was over 20. Missing one multiply. I think maybe Stacy's better because there's so many. Yeah, I think Stacy's better also than Mem because there's so many reds and so few multiplies. I think that's accurate. And if you have a better Santa than me, think how much more you're adding there. And for gem damage, you can just double the gem damage at the end, you know, add silver. Previous. Yeah, I think Stacy's better. So yeah, you could add Seance Ultimate if you want. There's a Rocky one I know where you break 4 black, get 10 red at the end of your turn. That would add more red at the end again. There's one where you break 4 black, get 10 red. You could run that ultimate. 3.7 million off a move that doesn't move the pin bar. Good night. That's 10 million so far, and then whatever this ends up being. Oh yeah, Stacy is way better. 12 million. That 12.9. That was like 23 million. And that ending alone would go to 24 mil at silver. So yeah, I think that's all you really need. Even without the crazy strap. But yeah, kind of good. So yeah, my opinion, plus with how you can run him for boss, obviously multiplies. He's gonna have some big multiplies. Uh Red gem damage, he's gonna have big. Also black, because you can set this up to work in reverse. So you're hitting blacks with the multiplies, so that's good. Purple move damage, also in boss. No reason not to do the sub. You're gonna have way more multiplies out. Way more. So you could start off with the sub, actually, and this is really interesting, and I didn't, you know, you start out with the sub, and then you hit, or whatever, you could hit this finisher, then sub, then this, and into the black multiplies. There's just a ton of ways you can run him. Like, so many ways. So, yeah. I mean, like, strikers, it's him, Sammy, and then Braun, Breaker, with the moment, and a middle line bonus, right? Those are the three top guys, in my opinion. And, like, I love my Sammy. I would use them both because I have an affiliation. If I had to use one, it probably depends on the feud. But the fact that it's just 3 clicks and you don't have to place, that's the key. Sammy still has to place, and still has to place to break. So, and he's 3 clicks too. But he's got a place. So I think I would give him the edge, him being Bray. And then Braun with the middle line is 3 clicks, and you don't have to place. But you need the NXT moment and a middle line. Bray obviously wouldn't need that. And Bray's going to be able to hit harder, I think, if he has a middle line, because all of a sudden you can, free up trainers and stuff like that. So either way, those are the top 3 strikers, and I think you can kind of pick who you want, but I think I would give it to Bray. So for my money, he's the best in the game as far as feud is concerned. Really strong boss options. He's aggressive, so that's a different style. Sammy's focused, so that's really nice. Braun Breaker, I think, is aggressive too, so that's a downside there. But those would be your top 3, in my opinion. And then you got really good ones like Bradshaw would probably be 4th. Possibly Dexter, who's aggressive. Dexter, if you got all this stuff, I'd probably actually put 3rd, to be honest. So if you have like the moment, his gear, and the plate that I don't have, I would probably put Dexter actually above Bradshaw. And he doesn't need a middle line, so yeah, it's hard to. Maybe I'd put him above Braun because I don't like that Braun needs a middle line. So, but those are your guys, right? Sammy, Braun, Dexter, JBL, and Braun Breaker. Braun having the middle line though, and the moment. So that would be kind of how I would rate them. The top. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this. I love Bray. He's super good. I want to get him. So many ways you can play him. I anticipate, like I said, people will sleep on the purple move damage. I also could see people like in builds that I didn't even run, because there's so many ways you can combine these. For me though, like this moveset is just so easy with the Hogan plate. 3 clicks done. It's gonna hit hard enough. That's the moveset for me. So yeah, remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. Maybe I'll do a video with my trial account on how he looks on a completely free-to-play account. That might be kind of interesting. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. Other than that, guys, good luck out there, and thanks for watching. Yowie wowie. Definitely worthy of Bray. Super.